What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I get my 10,000 steps in, walking around Little Caesars Arena. I'm here this evening with my son. I had tickets for a Pistons game that I totally forgot about. You know, guys, I come here every year, multiple times a year for Pistons and Wings games, and sometimes for other stuff. I come here for like some wrestling shows here and there. But yeah, I bought these tickets way in advance and I forgot about them. How I learned about it was my contact reached out to me earlier on some, I see you gonna be at tonight's game. If you're interested in some future games, I can offer you a few packages. And I'm like, oh, Lord. I told him I wasn't interested, but he like, keep in touch if you change your mind. You know, I will. He's a cool guy. Riley, shout out to you. But yeah, I'm here at the game now with my son. And man, real talk, like, brothers, we got to do better as fathers, man. I'm seeing too many boys here with their mom to watch a basketball game. That is a travesty, okay? We really got to do better on that. There is no reason why little boys should be attending a basketball game with their mom instead of their father. Now, I know you got situations where, you know, dads are at work and stuff like that, but I got a feeling, you know, like just keeping it a buck, I got a feeling that that's not the bulk of the reason why I'm seeing little boys here with their mom and not their dad. So we got to do better as a community. I hold women accountable in our community when they messing up. I do the same for the men when we messing up. I don't like walking around a basketball game and not seeing boys with their father, man. That's crazy to me. So, you know, it is what it is, man. But let's get into the topic at hand. Oh, but first, you know, shout out to you guys, my subs. You know, thank you for riding along with me for the road to 5,000. You know, I always get a picture with that behind me, the standee thing that say Pistons. I'm gonna go this way because the DJ got that loud music playing and I don't want it to drown me out. I want y'all to be able to hear me. Plus, I don't know if it's something that might strike me or what. So we're gonna go back this way and I'm gonna keep kicking it with y'all. But man, let's talk about y'all girl Lisa Raye, man. She what, like 60 or going on 60 or whatever? And man, she's starting to say some of the same stuff that Vivica Fox was saying. You know, she talking about she not gonna date a guy unless he makes X amount of money, because if she wanna go on vacation, you know, for a month or whatever it is, she don't wanna be stressing you out, okay, because you ain't got it. Now, honestly, I don't really see her going on vacation for no month or whatever, but I get the point that she was trying to make. She basically trying to say she don't want to date no broke boy or a regular dude. She ain't put it a broke boy, but, you know, pretty much a regular dude, because in the event that, you know, he ain't got them ends together like what she want him to have, because she want to be able to shop and stuff. She want him to pay bills and she want to be able to shop and stuff. And, you know, a regular dude, she believes, ain't going to be able to cover them expenses that she accrues. But the thing is, and I like Lisa Raye, so this isn't me shit talking her in any way, shape, or form. But Lisa Raye going on 60, man, or is 60 or whatever. She not Diamond from the Players Club no more. You know, when she was Diamond from the Players Club in her early 20s or whatever, I mean, she was a baddie for real. But man, she not that no more. And hearing a woman that's like the age of a grandma saying this sort of stuff, you know, it just is wild to me, man. And it really sums up where we at, you know, in terms of the mentality of the men and the women in our community. You know, it's crazy to hear women like her and Vivica Fox still talking like they them baddies from the 90s, man. It's just wild. And they ain't figured out yet that even though they're still attractive women at the age that they are at, the age that they're at, no one's going to be paying those sort of prices for them. It just is what it is. You know, you can love it or hate it. That's how it is regardless. So nobody looking to pay the bills for some 60-year-old. You know, if you a dude that's 60 You're not trying to date no woman that's 60, especially with these type of demands. If you a dude that's 60 with the money like what she talking about, you can easily get some 40-year-old. And maybe you'd be a bit more willing to do this stuff for that 40-year-old, but not a 60-year-old. It's like, lady, come on now. You know, people talk about Keke Palmer. They like, you know, she's okay with dating a regular dude. She's okay with doing 50-50, all that sort of stuff. And I mean, I'm not saying like you got to go 50-50 or whatever. I'm not saying the dude shouldn't pay the bills. But her willingness to date a regular dude and not have these strict standards of the guy has to do this, the guy has to do that. That's why she's going to have a lot more success when it comes to dating. Because see, look, Vivica Fox and Lisa Raye, and again, these are lovely women. They're very attractive for their age, but they still ain't figured out that mentality don't work for them anymore. They haven't figured out that they have aged out of that mentality. They haven't figured out that they have aged out of the things that they're demanding. You know, it's just wild. I hear them and then I just think about my grandma, you know, rest her soul. But I just think about, because I remember my grandma when she was 60. I couldn't have imagined my grandma talking like this when she was 60. And my grandma was an attractive woman for her age. You know, my grandma, you know, she was a beautiful woman when she was younger. I've seen pictures, I've seen paintings that suitors did for her. You know, she was a beautiful woman. And she maintained her looks. So when she was older in age, she was still an attractive woman. I couldn't fathom my grandma saying some of that stuff, man, when she was 60 years old. It's just that insane. This stuff sounds that ludicrous. And you know they're never gonna change. These women are very much stuck in their ways. They're very stuck in their expectations. And even though they have a track record, years and years and years of it not working out with dudes, as a sample size and an example to look at for why maybe you should just relax these standards just a little bit or whatever, they claim they would rather be alone. And you know, I'm wondering if this is women of all cultures or just the women from ours, because I honestly have never heard women from other cultures. Now, I could be wrong. This could be a thing. But I personally have never heard women from other cultures say they would rather be alone than go 50-50 with a dude. I've never heard that. Every time I see that statement being made, it's from one of our women. I never see white women or Hispanic women or whatever. Well, you know, honestly, in most cases, they already wifed up at that point anyway. I mean, if we could really be honest, they already wifed up at that point. So they not out here on the market still trying to date, still trying to find a husband. And then the fact that they be waiting till 60 talking about now they ready to settle down. That's crazy. Lunacy, I tell you, lunacy. Right? You got, not great grandmas, but you know, you got grandmas, man. You got grandmas demanding stuff that 30 years ago they were starting to no longer qualify for. I'm not gonna say at age 30 they didn't qualify for these things anymore at all. I'm saying that at 30 is when it started to scale back the things that you could demand, where the things you were demanding were starting to sound silly, you know. And to be 30 years north, right? 30 years north of the ages where that was starting to, you know, sound a bit ridiculous. They still standing 10 toes down on it, in spite of the fact that both of them got the last 30 years as proof that it's not working. The market is not going to pay that for you. So let me know what you guys think, man. This truly does confuse me when I see stuff like this, because I really don't see it coming from any other cultures. It's just ours. And in many cases, it was women that in the 90s, they were hot to trot. They had dudes falling all over, you know, falling all over them. All right, willing to do this and that for them. But that was your opportunity to settle down. That was when you should have went ahead and did what you needed to do to get that guy. Vivica Fox and Lisa Raye could have had a rich guy that would have took care of them back then, but they didn't want to settle down. They wanted to be strong and independent. And now strong and independent has landed them being in their twilight years, still trying to find a buyer. I personally think it's too late at this point, but again, I'm gonna check the comments. I want to see what y'all think, man. I'm gonna get back over here, get back in this game. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.